Hi, I'm Tim Frost, and in the keyframe and rostrum camera effects video, I showed this rather neat 3D effect you can add to an ordinary still image. This is a nice effect that you can use occasionally to give a rostrum camera moves a bit more impact. And here's how you can do it. This works best on images that have the main focus as a large object in the foreground. Here's a good one from Christopher Frost Photography's YouTube and Flickr pages. Using your photo editing software, first crop it to 16:9. Then you create two separate images, the foreground and the background. I'm using Corel Paint Shop Pro because I'm used to it, but the same tools are in editors like Photoshop, Cyberlink and Elements. First, cut out the foreground image. I use a little bit of feathering just to soften the edge. Save that as a transparent PNG file. Go back to the original and delete the cutout to create the start of the background image. You want to fill in the holes to create a background image that would look as it would if the foreground objects were never there. Photo editors have OK automated fill tools, where you can select the white area and a similar area on the screen, and it does the rest. I'm doing the nest here, and now the water. But autofill is not perfect for large areas, so you will need to do a bit of cloning and copy pasting to get it looking OK. It doesn't need to be perfect, as most of it will be hidden, and the eyes are naturally drawn to the foreground image anyway. Now drop the two images on your timeline, with the foreground above the background, and stretch them to the length you want. I'll do a simple zoom first, so click on the event pan crop on the foreground image. I've selected lock aspect ratio and size around the centre, and the motion is set to smooth. Put a keyframe marker at the end and zoom. Don't go too much. Now go to the background and do the same, but zoom in only about half the amount. And so you get a nice sense of depth. Play about with the relative zoom levels and see how they change the effect. You can try a tracking shot. Lock the aspect ratio, and I'm setting this to move just side by side in the X-plane. Set the action to smooth. Zoom in a bit to give you space to move around and take a note of the width. Now move it to one edge. Add a keyframe at the end and move the frame to the other edge. Now go to the background. Click on the starting keyframe. Type in the frame width so you get it exactly the same size. Move the frame a little distance from the edge. Now add your second keyframe and move the frame a little distance from the other edge. And there you go. Once you've got the hang of this, you can mix, pan and zoom, or even add more planes. When it's done with subtlety, and occasionally, it just adds that extra level of professionalism. If you've got something out of this, don't forget to like it and add it to your playlist. And of course, subscribe, as there are more tutorials on the way.